everyone, how are we all? Good to see you all. Thank you for joining me again, everyone. Whilst you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. But hello, everyone. Hello to any new viewers. Hello to anyone who's not watching live. But hello mostly to everyone who is watching live. Hello to you all. What are we all drinking? I've got my movie-themed beer as always. And it's also a clue to what this week's genre round is. Do you want to see what the clue is for the genre round? I'm drinking a Ritchie Brewing Company Law IPA. That's Guy Ritchie's very own brewery. There we go. Mark's drinking a mojito. Hello to you, Mark. Up there at the top last week. I think you're second on the leaderboard, I do believe. Well done. Who have we got to do? Let me know in the comment section, everyone. I don't know who you're playing unless you're commenting in the comment section. And I do know there are some people who do like to watch as well and don't like to comment. But yeah, do send me like a DM or a private message just to let me know that you're playing and how you're getting on. Because I always do like to hear how you're getting on and how the scores are. Hello, the Warbies are here again. Hello. Hello to Peter, Lorna, and Phoebe. Hello to you all. Hello, Nick. Your team name is I Am Spartacus. The Metsons are I Am Spartacus. Oh, Smartacus, sorry. There we go. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Yes, Torin, how's it going? Yes, good to see you. Cheers, how's it going? Good to see you. And I saw your video as well of you singing around your house as well. Good to see. James, Markman drinking whatever the missus tells him to. Oh, burn. Shots are already fired in the comment section. You may have guessed what this week's genre round is then from the Guy Ritchie beer. So it might be a gangster theme to this week. So just a heads up. The Founding Fathers are back. Harry's back. Is it a full house? Harry and Andre so far. Rod Kimball's back. Oh, there's a lot of past top three winners in the house tonight. The Jameses are back. The West Ham Jameses are back. The Quarantinos are here. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jess. Good to see you all, team. All right, so do let me know who's playing live in the comment section. Good to see you all. I will be explaining the rules in a second for any first-time viewers. We will be starting at 5 minutes past, so if you're not watching live, skip forward another 3 minutes. Those of you who are watching live, though, you can't skip, unfortunately. So what has everyone been watching this week, movie-wise? I've been watching Basic Instinct. I also watched Disturbia, which wasn't. I've read the review saying it's like Rear Window. It's nothing like. It's more like American Pie. And also watched Zodiac as well this week. Who we got here? So we've got Mark, Claire, George, Sophie, and Dara. Team name this week is Lockdown and Two Smoking Barrels. Very good name. I think you did have the best team name last week with When Harry Met Callie. I think second best team name last week was You're Quizzed, Harry. I thought that was very good. Yes, the Brits are in the house. Hello, Steve and Natalie. Hello. The good, the bad, and the Brits are in the house. Hello, the Kellys. So we've got Elaine, Neil, Faye, Joe, Helen, and Andy are Ocean 6. Oh, there might be a question for you this week, actually, with a team name like that. Said too much. I said too much. Don't say it, Jamie. All right, then. So it started in 2 minutes. Too lazy to get their own YouTube account, making you do all the typing there, Sophie. Oh, dear. Yes, Migs, how's it going? You're the Lone Ranger. Get Greg to play with you. Come on, get Greg to play with you. See, he knows his movies. Get Greg to play with you. All right, so getting started in 1 minute, everyone. The music we were listening to earlier, that's by Pulp Friction, the world's #1 Quentin Tarantino tribute band. They're UK-based as well, so when we are allowed to go out and see live gigs again, I think they're going to be touring live in February. I think I saw them post the other day. But yeah, let's do a little cheers picture before we get started. So if you're watching on Zoom, everyone, grab your drinks. We'll all do a little cheers together before we get started. Hope you're all thinking of your movie-themed team names. Some of you have already done so. Well, those of you who haven't already, do start doing that. Let's do a little cheers, everyone. So get your cameras ready. Let's all get our drinks up to our Zoom cameras and let's all cheers together. You ready? Cheers! Good stuff, everyone. So, right, we're getting started in 1 minute, everyone. So hopefully you got your team names ready and the other things ready. Hopefully you got your pen, your paper, and your Joker card ready. All will be explained in a second. So, it's 5 minutes past. So, good evening, YouTube. This is not a test. This is rock and roll. Time to rock it from the Delta to the DMZ. Welcome to week 7 of Quarantine Tarantino. I am your movie quiz host, Jamie Fisher, a.k.a. Quiz to for Walken. You can follow me on Instagram at Jamie Fisher TV and at The Lock-In Pub. You can also stay up to date on the Quarantine Tarantino quiz on Facebook at facebook.com/The Lock-In Pub. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe on the video in the YouTube channel. Now, a quick recap of the rules for anyone watching for the very first time. The first rule of Quarantine Tarantino is you don't talk about the answers in the comment section. The second rule is you have one Joker card which you can nominate to use before you play a round. That round then means that any points you score will be worth double. To play it, simply show your card to your competitors, write Joker in the comment section, or simply look at the person you're playing against and say, "Why so serious?" You can only use your Joker card once, so pick your round wisely. I'm worse than Jonathan Ross with my R's. But anyway, so there are 5 rounds in total, each with 10 questions, all worth 1 point each. There are no half points for any questions in this quiz. So use full names for any actors, characters, and film titles, and make sure that you specify the correct sequel, as there's a very big difference between The Lion King and its sequel, The Lion King 2: Simba's Pride. Yes, that's right. There's a sequel to the original. Not that I've seen it, and neither should you. Now, please keep the comments in the comment section clean, please. The only trolls in this quiz should be related to the film. You will need to be signed into a YouTube account in order to make any comments. Please let me know who you are and who is in your team. Funny themed team names are recommended, so get thinking. I know a lot of you already have. If I were playing this week, I'd be called The Quizzard of Oz, would be my name, but obviously I'm not. Unfortunately, Richard Osmond is too busy this week to host, so I am here instead. I'm going to read out each question twice, and I'll have a quick recap of the questions at the end of the round before moving on to the next. I'll read out the questions for the first 3 rounds before then going on to their answers. We'll then have a little break. I'll then read out the last 2 rounds of questions and their answers so we can find out who the winners are. There are 5 rounds in total, each with 10 questions, so 60 points in total are up for grabs. Remember, your Joker card will double the points in one of those rounds. Thank you, as always, to everyone who played along live last week and everyone who also played along afterwards. We thank you too. Only those people who play live get a shout out in the comment section. I should do a quick shout out to Danny and Laura for your 10th wedding anniversary today. Congratulations to you. But let's do a shout out for last week's winners. So, in 3rd place with 47 points were Barden and his inferior men and women, plus the dirty, stinking turncoat Charlie. But to give the full team credit, it was Sam, Rebecca, JJ, Lauren, Ellie, and of course Barden. But I'm going to rename you this week to a shorter and more fitting name where you're not mugging off my brother. You're going to be called the Barden Bellas this week. Yeah, that's right. I'm renaming you so you're not mugging off my brother. In 2nd place last week with 49 points, but the winner of best team name were When Harry Met Kelly. That was Mark, Claire, Sophie, Dara, George, Callie, and Harry. So well done to you. Those of you think, cool, that's a very big team. Don't worry. Callie's only a couple months old, so don't worry about that. But in 1st place, right into victory with 52 points were Rod Kimball. Well done to Tilly, Charlie, that's my brother, Nikki, Mo, Tim, and Serena. And I hear that it's Serena who's the movie whiz in that team. So well done to all of you. Let's see if you can defend your title again this week. We have a lot of previous winners who've rejoined us. So let's see how you get on and see if you can retain your title. Right. So I'm sure you want to find out what this week's rounds are. So here we go. So the first round, as usual, will be a movie general knowledge with a common theme linking the answers all together. The second round is movie sequels. The 3rd round is a returner from last week, as it went down well, which is music. And I may have a little performance for you. I'm big enough, it's not that good. And the 4th round is another returning round, which is movie billings. And the final round this week is this week's genre round, which I mentioned before, and it's gangster films. Now, I've come here to chew bubblegum and quiz ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Let's get this quiz started. So, round 1 is this week's general knowledge round, and the title of the round is called Farmageddon. So, in this week's general knowledge round, it's time to get all George Orwell, as every answer in this round will include things found on an animal farm or regular farm. There's no prejudice here. Please write full answers and not just bad boys would be a full answer, for example. And don't write moo, as Moonraker would be a full succinct answer. If you think that your movie general knowledge is pretty good and you like the added extra clues, then this is your round to play your Joker card. And if you want to play it, let yourself be known now. Those of you who want to play your Joker card, let yourself be known now in the comment section. Hello to everyone here who's joining us now. Hello. So we've got Tequila Mockingbird, great name, classic name. We've got the Psychos returning again. We've got Lisa out as a mum and dad. We've got Diana. We've got Diane, Maria. Sorry. We've got Lorraine, Marcus, and Dawn. So Unzip, say hello to my little friends. I don't know if I'm saying that one again, Nick. So we've got Quiz Pratt playing great team name. Phil's here too for the Founding Fathers. We've got Team Specialists. Where's Larry Danny this week? Oh dear, I haven't seen Danny in the comment section. The Quiz Fathers, great name there, Martin and Michelle. So Tim's playing his Joker card. Let's see, we go. We've got the Warbies playing their Joker card. We've got West Ham James is playing their Joker card. We've got Unzip, say hello to my little friend, playing their Joker card. I can't, that's essence. Come on now. This is a family show. Come on. God, so smutty. I hope that Evie's not in the room hearing that. Anyway, got the Quarantinos playing their Joker card. We've got Ocean Sixes playing their Joker card. And we also have the Joker card playing, what's Mark's team name this week? It is the Lockdown and Two Smoking Barrels. So cool. So there we go. All playing your Joker card. Let's get started with the first round then, everyone. So those people who are playing the Joker card will be scoring double points in this round. Those of you who haven't played it, hang tight. We've got another 4 more rounds for you. So here we are with our first round, everyone, in Farmageddon. Question number 1. Remember, the Lincoln theme is things found on a farm. Question number 1. Who reportedly lost 60 pounds in weight in order to play the role of sleep-deprived Trevor Resnick in The Machinist? Question number 1 again. Who reportedly lost 60 pounds in weight in order to play the role of sleep-deprived Trevor Resnick in The Machinist? Remember, the theme is things found on a farm. Question number 2. Aardman Studios became well-renowned for their clay stop-motion short films based around Wallace and Gromit. What was their first feature-length animated film? So obviously the ones which you probably remember seeing on TV as a kid were the ones which were like 30 minutes. So what was their first kind of cinematic feature-length release film that they did? So Aardman Studios became world-renowned for their clay stop-motion short films based around Wallace and Gromit. But what was their first feature-length animated film? Question number 3. In what Martin Scorsese directed biopic does Robert De Niro play Jake LaMotta? Question number 3 again. In what Martin Scorsese directed biopic does Robert De Niro play Jake LaMotta? Tomato. Cool. Question number 4. What Batman villain appears in all 3 of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy movies? Question number 4 again. What Batman villain appears in all 3 of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy movies? Question number 5. Who wrote, directed, and starred in Citizen Kane? Question number 5 again. Who wrote, directed, and starred in Citizen Kane? Question number 6. If you build it, he will come, is a quote from what 1989 baseball film? If you build it, he will come. If you build it, he will come, is a quote from what 1989 baseball film? Question number 7. In what 2019 movie does writer-director Taika Waititi play Hitler, a young boy's invisible friend? Question number 7 again. In what 2019 movie does writer-director Taika Waititi play Hitler, a young boy's invisible friend? Question number 8. Who won an Oscar in 2002 for her performance in Monsters Ball? Question number 8 again. Who won an Oscar in 2002 for her performance in Monsters Ball? Question number 9. In Hitchcock's North by Northwest, what does Roger Thornhill get chased by when stranded in the middle of nowhere? Already fun-based anyway, that one, so there we go. Have a guess. Question number 9. In Hitchcock's North by Northwest, what does Roger Thornhill get chased by when stranded in the middle of nowhere? Question number 10. Ewan McGregor plays a journalist, and George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, and Kevin Spacey play psychic spies in what war movie? Question number 10 again. Ewan McGregor plays a journalist, and George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, and Kevin Spacey play psychic spies in what war movie? So there we go. That's the end of the first round. I'll give you a quick recap of all those questions. So question number 1 was the actor who played Trevor Resnick in The Machinist. Question 2 was the first feature-length film made by Aardman Studios. Question number 3, question 2 was the first cinematic release feature film, released by Aardman Studios. Question 3 was the Martin Scorsese biopic where Robert De Niro plays Jake LaMotta. Question 4 was the Batman villain that appears in all 3 of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight films. Question 5 was the person who wrote, directed, and starred in Citizen Kane. Question 6, if you build it, he will come, is a quote from what 1989 baseball movie? Question number 7, in what 2019 movie does writer-director Taika Waititi play Hitler, a young boy's invisible friend? Question number 8, who won an Oscar in 2002 for her performance in Monsters Ball? Question number 9 was what does Roger Thornhill get chased by in North by Northwest? And question number 10 was Ewan McGregor, George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, and Kevin Spacey all appear in what war movie? So that's the end of round number 1. We move now on to round number 2. So round number 2 is called the Sequelizer. So what's more profitable than making a hit movie? Making a series of hit movies, cashing in on the same thing over and over again. It's a shame this quiz hasn't really caught on, but moving on. This round is all about sequels. I'll give you a question. You just need to tell me the correct sequel, hence the name, The Sequelizer. So there may be some questions in there which are related to certain sequels, but yeah, just pay attention. It's all general knowledge really, but it's all to do with sequels. So be careful with the correct sequel numbers. If you feel that you know your Dark Knight from your Dark Knight Rises, then play your Joker cards now. So if you've already played your Joker card, that's the only time you can use it. So if you feel like you know your sequels, play your Joker cards now. Or is that Founding Fathers playing their Joker card now? I missed if that is Founding Fathers. Founding Fathers playing a Joker card. Good to see. All right, so we've got one team playing their Joker card. They seem to know their sequels. Tequila Mockingbird, Joker. Initiated. Good to see, good to see. Right, so I'll give you a little 5-second countdown. The quiz fathers are locking in their Joker cards. So Martin and Michelle. Here we go, and that's it. So that's your countdown warning up for your Joker cards. So let's get started with the sequel round. So here we go. Question number 1. What is the full title of the sequel to Mamma Mia? Question number 1 again. What is the full title of the sequel to Mamma Mia? Question number 2. What prequel to Silence of the Lambs also stars Anthony Hopkins? Question number 2 again. What prequel to Silence of the Lambs also stars Anthony Hopkins? So I'm aware that there's a few sequels to Silence of the Lambs, but I want the one that stars Anthony Hopkins as well. And obviously not including TV series. What prequel to Silence of the Lambs also stars Anthony Hopkins? Question number 3. What was Roger Moore's final James Bond film? Question number 3 again. What was Roger Moore's final James Bond film? Going for all the James Bond films now, hopefully. Lock it in for one James Bond film, the correct sequel, the sequelizer. Right, question number 4. Herbie Rides Again is the sequel to what Disney film? Again, there's lots of sequels in this, and I think maybe even reboots. I don't know if it's a reboot as well, but anyway, there's lots of different sequels with this series of films with Herbie. But what was Herbie Rides Again a sequel to? What was the original called? Question number 5. What film became the first sequel in Oscar history to win the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1975? So there's your clue there, the year. So 1975 is the clue. What film became the first sequel in Oscar history to win the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1975? And obviously get the right sequel as well. Question number 6. Tom Hardy filled the shoes of what actor when he took on the role of Mad Max in the Mad Max Fury Road? Or should I say Max Rockansky? When he filled the role of Mac Rockansky, who did he take it over from? Question number 6 again. Tom Hardy filled the shoes of what actor when he took on the role of Mad Max in Mad Max Fury Road? Question number 7. Put the 3 directors of Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3 in the correct order. And I'm not talking about your preference of how much you like them. I'm talking about the order that they directed those films. So the director of Alien first, Alien second, and then the director of Alien 3. So the question again, put the 3 directors of Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3 in the correct order? It's a tough question, this one, because it's 3 names you've got to come up with in the correct order for just 1 point. But there we go. Everyone's in the same boat. So put the 3 directors of Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3 in the correct order. That was question 7. Question number 8. Which Die Hard film starred Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus Carver? Question number 8 again. Which Die Hard film starred Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus Carver? Question number 9. Planes and Planes, Fire and Rescue are both spin-offs of what film franchise? Planes and the correctly titled Planes, Fire and Rescue are both spin-offs of what film franchise? Question number 10. Now, there's one team here that might quite like this one. If you were to add up all the numbers in the Ocean's films, not including the Rat Pack original, so just the rebooted one with George Clooney, that group. So since that first one, so not the Rat Pack version. If you were to add up all the numbers of the Ocean's films, what number would you have? If you're just adding up the numbers. So if you had to add up all the numbers of the Ocean's films, what number would you have? Didn't think you'd have to be doing some maths today, did you? You're just here to rock up and do a nice, easy film quiz. But now I'm making you have to work, aren't I? Getting out the old calculator. No, put your phone away. Right, so there we go. Quick recap of those questions in round 2. So question number 1, what is the full title of the sequel to Mamma Mia? Question 2 was the prequel to Silence of the Lambs that also stars Anthony Hopkins. Question number 3 was what was Roger Moore's final James Bond film? Question number 4, Herbie Rides Again is a sequel to what Disney film? Question number 5, what film became the first sequel in Oscar history to win the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1975? Question number 6, Tom Hardy filled the shoes of what actor when he took on the role of Max Rockansky in Mad Max Fury Road? Question 7 was put these 3 directors in order: Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3. Which Die Hard film starred Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus Carver? Question number 9 was Planes and Planes Fire and Rescue are both spin-offs of what film franchise? And finally, question number 10, if you were to add up all the numbers in the Ocean's films, what number would you have? Right, so that's the end of round 2. We'll now move on to round number 3, which is our music round called You Know the Score. So it's back again for another week, the music round where I can't afford to play you any music for licensing reasons. Woo! I was considering to get out a kazoo and start playing you some music, but personally, I feel like you deserve a little bit more. I'm not doing that, don't I? So I've written questions instead, and I'll attempt to perform 2 of them. So wish me luck, because we're live, and I'm probably going to mess it up. But anyway, so apologies in advance. All the questions are about theme songs, soundtracks, and original scores. So if you feel like you know your Hans Zimmer from your Zim Zimmer, Who Got the Keys to My Bimmer, then play your Joker card now. Who's playing their Joker card on the music round? Let's see you in the comment section, everyone. Who is playing their Joker card? Okay, then the Psychos, they're playing their Joker card. Who else? Anyone else playing their Joker card? It's the music round. I'm going to give you a performance, 2 performances even. You know, this is like a one-off, you know. Never going to do this again. So, yeah, so this isn't just questions. You've got 2 performances too. Anyone else? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Good stuff then. So it's just the Psychos playing their Joker card. Let's get started with the first question. Here we go. Let's see if I can nail these performances live. One of them requires a lot of coordination. But anyway, let's see if we can get this done. First question. Don't be excited, Harry. It's a big letdown. Don't worry. Okay, question number 1. What song features in both The Graduate and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? So, question number 1. What song features in both The Graduate and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Question number 2. Which elusive duo scored the sci-fi sequel Tron Legacy? Question number 2 again. Which elusive duo scored the sci-fi sequel Tron Legacy? Question number 3. Hopelessly Devoted to You is sung by which Australian singer and actress? Question number 3 again. Hopelessly Devoted to You is sung by which Australian singer and actress? Question number 4. The Disney theme tune that appears before most of their animated films is a melody snippet from what famous Disney song? Just realised there's a lot of Disney questions this week. So there you go, Nick. You wanted your Disney rounds. There you go. You got your Disney questions. So question number 4 again. The Disney theme tune that appears before most of their animated films is a melody snippet from what famous Disney song? Question number 5, or should I say question? Destiny's Child's Independent Woman Part 1 is from the soundtrack of what action film? Question? Gemma's not looking impressed. You do it then, Gemma. Go on. Do you want to dance in the background? No? Okay then. Get all shy. Question number 5. Destiny's Child's Independent Woman Part 1, or Independent Women, sorry, Part 1, is from the soundtrack of what action film? Oh, see, people were calling for a cameo, Gem. They want your cameo. She's shaking her head. Question number 6. What 1984 Kenny Loggins hit song also shares the same name of the movie that it is from? Question number 6 again. What 1984 Kenny Loggins hit song also shares the same name of the movie that it is from? Okay then. Question number 7, and you're in for a treat, as I'm going to sing you the next one. All that you need to do is identify the film that it comes from. So I'm going to sing this one, and you've got to identify the film. That's not coronavirus. Right, here we go. MICKEYMOUSE. We play fair and we work hard and we're in harmony. MICKEYMOUSE. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Forever let her hold a banner high. High, high, high. So there you go. Sorry about that there. I don't think I'm going to quite qualify for the X Factor, but what movie is that song from? Who wants a repeat of that one? What's that? No one does? Okay, we'll move swiftly on. I'll give you one more repeat of it just so you can listen to it again. Think carefully, close your eyes and imagine where it comes from. MICKEYMOUSE. We play fair and we work hard and we're in harmony. MICKEYMOUSE. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold our banner high. High, high, high. There we go. So there we go. That's your first musical performance of the night from me there. But what movie is that from? That was question number 7. Question number 8. Which movie composer has scored all but 3 of Tim Burton's films? Big film composer. So question number 8. Which movie composer has scored all but 3 of Tim Burton's films? Question number 9. Which metal band provided a compilation album of some of their hits for the soundtrack to Iron Man 2? Question number 9 again. Which metal band provided a compilation album of some of their hits for the soundtrack to Iron Man 2? They even released a whole album for it. So which band was it? Right, question number 10. And this is the one that I'm likely to mess up. So here we go. Right, wish me luck, everyone. So I'm just going to adjust the camera here because you need to see something. So I'm just going to tilt this down a little bit. There we go. Excuse all the booze. Right, so you're going to have to tell me what film that this comes from. Here we go. Here we go. I've got it right the first time before, unless I get this right. Hang on. The pressure's pressure's got to me here. The pressure's got to me. I'm going to keep trying. Give it one more go. Hang on. In rehearsals, I did this perfect. I've done it all day, and I messed it up now. I'm doing it live. Hang on. Hang on. That basically. That but faster. We'll try it again. We'll try it again one more time. Hang on. One last time. One last time. Hang on. That's the first bit. Hang on. I'm giving up, but yeah, it's basically that. I nailed it every time earlier, so I think the pressure's got to me there. That, but faster and repeated. What film is that from? So, what musical is that performance from? Thought I nailed it there, but unfortunately I didn't get it. Didn't get it. I'm no that person, but anyway, hopefully I'll get to do it later. That's it there. There we go. There we go. Right. So if that wasn't more painful to watch, I'm now going to repeat all the questions again. So question number 1, what song featured in both The Graduate and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Question number 2, which elusive duo scored the sequels to Tron? Question number 3, Hopelessly Devoted to You is sung by which Australian singer and actress? Question number 4, the theme tune that appears before most of the animated films of Disney has a melody snippet of what Disney song? Question number 5, Destiny's Child's Independent Woman Part 1 is from the soundtrack of what action film? Question number 6, what 1984 Kenny Loggins hit song also shares the same name of the movie that it is from? Question number 7 was M-I-C-K-E-Y-M or U-S-E. What movie is that from? Question number 8, which movie composer has scored all but 3 of Tim Burton's movies? Question number 9, which metal band provided a compilation album of some of their hits for the soundtrack to Iron Man 2? And question number 10 was that, but repeated. So there we go. So that's the end of round 3, everyone. So how was that, other than my terrible performance of that song there? So how was that? How's everyone? I did try. Yeah, it was bad. It was hard to watch. But yeah, there we go. How's everyone feeling after those rounds? We'll go for the answers now, everyone, so you kind of can find out who's in the lead. So here we go. I know, Harry, I was stressing it because I got it right before, and I was even doing it repeatedly. And it's just when it comes to it, I was just yeah, couldn't do it. But anyway, so question. Let's go back to round 1, everyone. So hopefully you got your answers ready. So here we go, everyone. Here we go. Here's the answers. So get your pads ready. So question number 1, who reportedly lost 60 pounds in weight in order to play the role of sleep-deprived Trevor Resnick in The Machinist? Remember, this is all farm themed. That was Christian Bale. Christian Bale lost loads of weight. He loses and puts on weight all over the place whenever he does roles. He's done it. His body's incredible, but yeah, he's just losing weight and putting on weight all over the place. But yeah, so Christian Bale is the answer to number 1. Question number 2. Aardman Studios became world-renowned for their clay stop-motion short films based around Wallace and Gromit. But what was their first feature-length animated film? Their first film wasn't Shaun the Sheep, wasn't Pirates. It was Chicken Run. Chicken Run was Aardman Studios' first feature film which they released. So there we go. Question number 3. In what Martin Scorsese directed biopic does Robert De Niro play Jake LaMotta? That is Raging Bull. Raging Bull. They've worked together loads of times, but yeah, Raging Bull is the one that includes the farm animal. That was your clue there. So if you got that one right. Question number 4. What Batman villain appears in all 3 of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy movies? Well, he was one of the main villains in Batman Begins. He was not in the opening scene, but the second scene of Dark Knight, when Batman catches him. And then he was in the court scene in Dark Knight Rises. The villain is Scarecrow. So Scarecrow is the answer to number 4. Question number 5. Who wrote, directed, and starred in Citizen Kane? That was Orson Welles. Orson Welles. Question number 5. Who wrote... Oh, sorry, we've done that one already. Question number 6. If you build it, he will come. Is a quote from what 1989 baseball film? That is Field of Dreams, starring Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones, and Ray Liotta. Field of Dreams was the answer to question number 6. Question number 7. In what 2019 movie does writer-director Taika Waititi play Hitler, a young boy's invisible friend? I think he won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay for his writing in that film. And he also played Hitler as well in the film and directed it. Those fans of For Ragnarok might quite like him as well as his earlier work as well. That was the actor and director and writer of Jojo Rabbit. So question number 7, the answer is Jojo Rabbit. Question number 8. Who won an Oscar in 2002 for her performance in A Monster's Ball? That was Halle Berry. And to Tyler, it was both quotes. So if you build it, they will come. And it was also, if you build it, he will come. They said both in the film. Both are quotes from the film. Question number 9. In Hitchcock's North by Northwest, what does Roger Thornhill get chased by when stranded in the middle of nowhere? Now, there's a couple of answers that I'll accept for this. So the main answer I'll accept is a crop duster, it's known as the crop duster scene. But I'll also accept plane, because technically you can get a plane filled, can't you? So I will allow a plane or biplane. So they're the answers I'll accept for question number 9. So Roger Thornhill gets chased by a crop duster is the answer. And question number 10, the final one of the round. Ewan McGregor plays a journalist, and George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, and Kevin Spacey play psychic spies in what war movie? It's Men Who Stare at Goats. There we go. So Men Who Stare at Goats was the answer to the final round. How are we doing that first round, everyone? What were everyone's scores? Do let me know. What's everyone's scores? There was a few jokers playing in there. So Unzip says, hello, my little friends. 16 out of 20, well done. The Founding Fathers on 10, well done. 4 points, well done. The Quarantino's got 20, played their joker card, full house. So are the Rod Kimballs, well done. So this very good scores coming in. Martin and Michelle scored 9, well done. The Warbies got 10 out of 20 playing their joker card. The Jameses scored 12 with their joker card. Torrin scored 8. Well done. Who are you playing with, Torrin? Have you got a team or are you playing on your own? Travis, Specialist 5. So Jane 9 for Team Quiz Pratt. Well done. Okay, we'll move on to round 2 now then, the sequelizer. So in the sequelizer, this was all sequels to films. So, there we go. We've still got some more scores coming in. So we've got the Psychos on 4. Got a team working on a name. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So 16 for Ocean 6. Called very good score there from McKelly's. Well done with Ocean 6. Well done. Well done. Oh, and those not when Harry McKelly, what they called this week. The Lockdown and 2 Smoking Barrels on 24 House. Well done. Okay, good stuff. Right, so moving on to the sequelizer. So the first question was in what film title? So what is the full title of the sequel to Mamma Mia? It's Mamma Mia. Here we go again. I won't do any more musical performances. None of them have worked so far. They're terrible. I'm going to stick to questions next week, I think. So the full title to the sequel to Mamma Mia is Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Question number 2. the prequel to Silence of the Lambs also, so what prequel to Silence of the Lambs also stars Anthony Hopkins? The answer I was looking for there was Red Dragon. Now, there's also another prequel called Hannibal Rising, but that doesn't star Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. We've got another actor playing Hannibal there. And little known fact here, actually. So Silence of the Lambs was originally a sequel. So Michael Mann released a film called Manhunter, which was based on the novel Red Dragon. And it had Brian Cox playing Hannibal Lecter in that film. And it all kind of featured around Will Graham's character, who's trying to solve, the murders and whatnot. We're using Hannibal Lecter to help him like they did in Red Dragon, but they changed the name of it to Manhunter. Then obviously Anthony Hopkins' version became very popular, and so did the sequel Hannibal. So they then, after recording the sequel, they then recorded the prequel, if that makes sense, which was Red Dragon. So there you go. Question number 3. What was Roger Moore's final James Bond film? His final James Bond film was A View to a Kill. So Roger Moore's final James Bond film was A View to a Kill. And Moore was the oldest actor to play Bond. He was 45 when he took on the role in Live and Let Die. And he was 58 when he announced his retirement in December in 1985, having played the part for over 12 years. So there we go. The answer to number 3 was A View to a Kill. Question number 4. Herbie Rides Again is a sequel to what Disney film? This was The Love Bug. There's been loads of sequels to this. Other ones starring Bruce Campbell and Lindsay Lohan, to name a few of the people who've starred in some of the sequels. But yeah, the answer to question number 4 was The Love Bug. Question number 5. What film became the first sequel in Oscar history to win the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1975? It actually won this Oscar after the original score won the Oscar for Best Picture 2 years prior. And the answer to this is The Godfather Part 2. So giving you a gangster question there early, everyone. So the film that became the first sequel to win an Oscar for Best Picture was The Godfather Part 2. And I think it won about 5 or 6 Oscars in total, which I think was more than the original as well. Okay, then. Are we fans of, what does everyone prefer, Part 1 or Part 2? I'm not even going to ask about Part 3, but what does everyone prefer? Just out of curiosity in the comment section. Question number 6. Tom Hardy filled the shoes of what actor when he took on the role of Max Rockansky in Mad Max Fury Road? The answer to that is Mel Gibson. So Mel Gibson, even though arguably Mad Max wasn't really the lead character in Fury Road, but it was still a brilliant, brilliant film. I should probably have turned that on to silent. Hang on, let's put that in flight mode even. But yeah. So then we had put the 3 directors of Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3 in the correct order. So the director of Alien was Ridley Scott, doing the original for the Alien film. He also returned, obviously, for Prometheus and the one afterwards, which name I forget. Then the director of Aliens was James Cameron. And the director of Alien 3 was David Fincher. So there we go. 3 of the biggest directors in Hollywood there. So the order again was Ridley Scott, James Cameron, and David Fincher. The answers to number 7. What's everyone saying for their favourite Godfather film here? So he's got Andre's Part 2, Harry's Part 1. Yeah, Part 2, yeah. All of Roger's efforts are a blur, Markle. Okay, and Covenant. Okay, then, right. So question number 8. Which Die Hard film starred Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus Carver? The answer is Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. So I'll accept Die Hard with a Vengeance. I'll accept Die Hard 3. And I'll also accept Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. I'll accept any of those 3 answers. The answers I will not accept are A Good Day to Die Hard, or Die Hard 2. But anyway, so hopefully you got that there. So the answer to question number 8 was Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. Question number 9. Planes and the creatively titled Planes, Fire and Rescue are both spin-offs of what film franchise? They are all spin-offs, animated spin-offs of Cars. And something I didn't realize until I looked this up, but the Cars films are all Disney Pixar films, and Planes isn't. Planes is just Disney. Pixar didn't want anything to do with it, apparently. So there we go. So the answer to question number 9 was Cars. Mark saying Godfather 4 this time. It's a personal. Okay, then. Question number 10. If you to add up all the numbers of the Oceans films, what number would you have? Obviously, not including the Rat Pack version, the original one, which starred Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. So if you're not including that one, just including the George Clooney ones and the ones that followed, so there's 4 in total. So you had Oceans 11, Oceans 12, Oceans 13, and the Oceans 8 as well, which is the most recent one. So if you were to add all of those up, you should have 44. So the answer to number 10 is 44. Okay then, right, so round 3, the song that features in both The Graduate and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel. Oh, the scores are coming in from that last round. I should have given you a chance to send through. Yes, how did everyone get through on that last round? So let's let you come through the scores. I should have allowed you a bit of time to do that. How did you all get on? So 9 out of 10 for the Quarantinos. The Unzip, not going to say the full name, got 6 out of 10. Martin and Michelle got 18 out of 20. Well done with the Joker card. Very good score there. Well done. The Warbies got 8 out of 10. The Founding Fathers got 18 out of 20. That was with their Joker card there. Well done. Travis Carpenter, the Specialists, got 8 out of 10 that round. And Torrin got another 8. Well done. Then we have the Lockdown and Two Smoking Barrels, got 8 out of 10. Well done. And the West Ham Jameses got 8 out of 10. Oceans 6 got 8 out of 10. The Psychos got 7 out of 10. Jane Tucker for Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's team got 8 out of 10. And, Rod Kimball got 5. Oh, sorry about that, Rod Kimball. But anyway, we're moving on to the third round. So I've already given you the first answer there. So the answer to question number 1 in round 3 was Mrs. Robinson by Simon Garfunkel, which features in both The Graduate and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Obviously, it's very famous for being in The Graduate, but it was also in the when they're riding around in the car on the radio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And they don't actually play the chorus. They just play one of the verses whilst they're driving along. But it's on the soundtrack album if you have that as well. Question number 2. Which elusive duo scored the sci-fi sequel Tron Legacy? That was Daft Punk. The whole film was basically a Daft Punk music video. I liked it as a music video. Didn't quite like it as much as a film, but it was very good either way. On the soundtrack side of things, I did really like the score. Big Daft Punk fan. Question number 3. Hopelessly Devoted to You is sung by which Australian singer and actress? Hopefully you got that. It was from Greece. And this song was actually written into the film especially for this Australian singer and actress because it didn't feature in the theatre show. And it was written especially for Olivia Newton-John. So question number 3, the Australian singer and actress who sung Hopelessly Devoted to You is Olivia Newton-John. Question number 4, the Disney theme tune that appears before most of their animated films and is a melody snippet from what Disney song? Well, it's sung by Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio, which came out in 1940. And the song is When You Wish Upon a Star. Oh, why do I keep singing? Why do I keep singing? I should have learned the first time. Anyway, yeah, the answer to question number 4 is When You Wish Upon a Star. You know it's bad when there's only 2 people in the room and you can still feel the cringe. That's really the singing's that bad. Question number 5, or should I say question? The Destiny's Child's Independent Women Part 1, is from the soundtrack of what action film? Well, if you know the intro, you might have got this. Lucy Liu, With My Girl Drew, Cameron D and Destiny. Charlie's Angels, come on, is the answer to that. So Charlie's Angels is the answer to number 5. Yeah, I'll leave it to Jiminy. Don't worry, Nick. Oh, and I've still got the other ones come up. I've got to see them to get to it. Anyway, question number 6. What 1984 Kenny Loggins hit song also shares the same name of the movie that it's from? That is Footloose. Footloose is the answer to number 6. Question number 7. Mickeymose. Now, you may think, oh, is this a Disney film? It's not. This is actually the Army March from Full Metal Jacket. So when they marching through the flaming Vietnamese kind of battlegrounds, that's actually Beckton, where I grew up. So yeah, they didn't have to do much to it. Yeah. That was Beckton. That was just on a Friday afternoon. But yeah, Full Metal Jacket is the answer to number 7. And that is a true story. They did film that where I grew up, and my dad did take me to parts of where they filmed it as well. So I got to see some of the sets afterwards, although they'd taken a lot of it down by then. But it's pretty cool to actually see some of the buildings and some of the sets for that film, as I'm a big Kubrick fan. Question number 8. Which movie composer had scored all but 3 of Tim Burton's films? That is Danny Elfman. Question number 9. Which metal band provided a compilation album of some of their hits for the soundtrack to Iron Man 2? I think they provided 1 song for the original Iron Man. They then had 3 songs in Iron Man 2, I do believe. And then, I don't know how many they had in Iron Man 3, but it was AC/DC is the answer to number 9. AC/DC is the answer to number 9. Question number 10. Jamie's chance to redeem himself here. Jamie's chance to redeem himself. Here we go. Gemma's shaking her head, but here we go. Here, fellow, what we got there? What is that from? It's the Cup song from Pitch Perfect. So it's sung by Anna Kendrick's character, and the song is called When I'm Gone, and it's also known as the Cup song, and it's from Pitch Perfect. There we go. Please send me your Instagram stories if you're doing the Cup song better than me, because can't believe I messed it up. Anyway, I'm already home, aren't I? I'm already home, Tim. But anyway, so let me know how you're getting on, everyone. It's the halfway point, everyone. Let me know how you're doing with the scores. We're at the halfway point, so what's everyone's scores? Do let me know how you're getting on. So let me know how you got on in this round, and also let me know what's your overall score. So out of 3 rounds, what's your overall score at the halfway point, everyone? Cheers, everyone. So Founding Fathers are on 37 out of 40. Oh, the Quarantino's got 10 out of 10 on that last round. Something got 9 out of 10. Well done. Doing very good. I think you've only dropped 5 points so far, Tori. Well done. Nick, 8, so 30 out of 40. Well done. The Warby's on 7. The Psycho's on 14 out of 20. West Ham James has got 7 out of 10 in that last round. And they're loving the cup song attempts. It's like... It is an awkward silence, isn't it? It's that moment in Pulp Fiction where it's awkward silences. It's that, isn't it? It's me doing awkward cup songs attempts. But anyway, so what we got? We got the specialists who got 4 out of 10. No good attempt. What are you getting overall, though, Travis? Let me know what your overall score is. Martin Michelle got 36 out of 40. Ooh, very good there. Very good. 7 out of 10 for the Hot Rods. So the James is on 27 in total. Good stuff. Founding Fathers on 37. We have the Tequila Mockingbirds on 30 out of 40. Very good. Or the wife, unless she provides a correct answer. I do remember what happened last week as well. So anyway, then we also have Travis. So we're on 17 out of 30. We were on the Ocean 6. So, 8 on that last round. Oh, the Quarantinos have only dropped 1 point. What? God, it looks like we have a leader at the moment with only dropping 1 point. The Warbies on 25. Drawing with the Psychos. That is my mother. Is on 25. Lockdown and Two Smoking Barrels. Got 8 out of 10 on that last round. 34 for Ocean 6. Very good. But you think they are cheating. Now, let me just say something about cheating. I could have got prizes and stuff for this week. I was so Jess very kindly managed to get me some prizes potentially for this quiz. But if we would have had prizes, we would have just had lying in the comment section. And there's no point in lying. There's no point in cheating. You don't get anything from it. There are no prizes. Although if you are playing against friends and family members, a nice kind of forfeit maybe for the losing team. You might get them to clean the windows of your house maybe, as that's safely social distancing. And you're comfortably within your own house there, not having to go and see anyone. So if you are playing against friends and family members, why not get the loser to clean all the windows of the winner's house, maybe? Anyway, so what else we got here? So we got the Founding Fathers, there's 39 out of 40, come on. Yeah, Lockdown, Two Smoking Barrels on 34. So a Full Metal messed us up. Oh, did you not get it? Oh, what did you put for it? What did you get? What did people put for the Mickey Mouse song? What did everyone put for that? I can reveal at the halfway point though. In drawing in 4th place are the Ocean 6 and Lockdown and Two Smoking Barrels. They have 34 points. In 3rd place with 36 points are the Quiz Fathers. The Quiz Fathers. Not to be confused with 2nd place, who are on 37 points, which are the Founding Fathers. And currently in the lead with 39 points are the Quarantinos. So there we go. That's who the scores at the halfway point, everyone. So let's move on to the final 2 rounds of the show. So round 4 is called Killer Bill. So big box office movies have big Hollywood stars. And in this returning round, you need to identify the film from the list of actors who all appeared in it together. Now, make sure you specify the correct sequels and pay attention to supporting roles and cameo appearances. If you're good at remembering actors' roles and who's in what film, then this may be the time to play your Joker card. So round 4, anyone who wants to play their Joker card on Killer Bill. So I'm going to give you a list of 5 actors and actresses. If you think that you know what film it is that they all starred in together and only that film, then play your Joker card now. Anyone want to play their Joker card? Do let me know. So, Specialist Joker, here we go. The specialists are playing their Joker card. Anyone else? Any more for any more? Anyone else want to play their Joker card? Do let yourself know now. Tony's playing the Joker card. Good to see you. Here we go. Here we go. First time in. First time in. Anyone else? Any more for any more? Going to give you a little 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, then let's get started then with round 4. Just 2 more rounds to go. Here we go. So here are your 5 actors. Question number 1. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Paul Rudd, and Brie Larson. So you've got to get the right sequel here, everyone. Think about who starred in what film. You can work it out. Question number 1 again. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Paul Rudd, and Brie Larson. Question number 2. James McAvoy, Keira Knightley, Saoirse Ronan, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Vanessa Redgrave. Question number 2 again. James McAvoy, Keira Knightley, Saoirse Ronan, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Vanessa Redgrave. That was question number 2. Question number 3. Will Ferrell, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Christine Taylor, and David Duchovny. Question number 3 again. Will Ferrell, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Christine Taylor, and David Duchovny. No, that's the wrong one, isn't it? And that's the anyway. Sorry, what's one? How does X-Files go again? Thank you very much, Joe. There we go. There we go. So, so you did get a musical performance out of Gemma there. Thank you very much. Question number 4: Danny Trejo, Steven Seagal, Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Alba. She's gone so red. And Robert De Niro. Question number 4 again: Danny Trejo, Steven Seagal, Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Alba, and Robert De Niro. And you can have another person. Let's have Lindsay Lohan as well. There you go. Lindsay Lohan was also in that film. So that was question number 4. Question number 5: Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Chris Tucker, and Julia Stiles. Question number 5 again: Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Chris Tucker, and Julia Stiles. Just notice there's a lot of Robert De Niro films here this week. I've actually managed to pick his good ones. But anyway, question number 6 is Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis, Harvey Keitel, Michael Madsen, and Brad Pitt. Brilliant film, this. Question 6 again: Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis, Harvey Keitel, Michael Madsen, and Brad Pitt. Question number 7: Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Ashley Judd, Jon Voight, and Val Kilmer. Question number 7 again is Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Ashley Judd, and Jon Voight. Oh, sorry, and Val Kilmer. Question number 8: Rachel McAdams, Domhnall Gleeson, Bill Nighy, Margot Robbie, and Vanessa Kirby. Question 8 again. That's Rachel McAdams, Domhnall Gleeson, Bill Nighy, Margot Robbie, and Vanessa Kirby. Question number 9. Brad Pitt, Taraji B. Henson, Mahershala Ali, Kate Blanchett, and Tilda Swinton. That's Brad Pitt, Taraji P. Henson, Mahershala Ali, Kate Blanchett, and Tilda Swinton. And finally, question number 10 in this round, we have Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, and Sir Tom Jones. Question 10 again. That's Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, and Sir Tom Jones. So that's your 10 questions. Going to give you a quick recap of those. So question number 1 was Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Paul Rudd, and Brie Larson. Question number 2 was James McAvoy, Keira Knightley, Saoirse Ronan, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Vanessa Redgrave. Question 3 was Will Ferrell, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Christine Taylor, and David Duchovny. Question 4 was Danny Trejo, Steven Seagal, Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Alba, and Robert De Niro. Question 5 was Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Chris Tucker, and Julia Stiles. Question 6 was Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis, Harvey Keitel, Michael Madsen, and Brad Pitt. Question number 7 was Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Ashley Judd, John Voight, and Val Kilmer. Question number 8 was Rachel McAdams, Dom Hall Gleason, Bill Nighy, Margot Robbie, and Vanessa Kirby. Question 9 was Brad Pitt, Taraji P. Henson, Mahershala Ali, Cate Blanchett, and Tilda Swinton. And question 10 was Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, and Sir Tom Jones. Right, so we're now going to move on to our final round. So this week's genre round is gangster films, or you could say biopics about me. So if you think you're a wise guy or gal and you haven't used your Joker card yet, then this round will be worth double points. So let it be known in the comment section. So those of you who haven't played your Joker card, let it be known now to everyone who's here watching in the comment section. So everyone else who's loving the Fug Life sunglasses for this gangster round called Gangster's Paradise, who have we got playing their Joker card? Have we got anyone else who haven't played their Joker card yet? Quiz Pratt playing their Joker cards. I'm just missing a bit of the old bit of Dr. Dre playing to give me that Thug Life. But anyway, so anyone else that's just Quiz Pratt playing the Joker card? Is there anyone else? Any more? No one else hasn't played their Joker card yet? Okay then, so with that being said, we're going to get started on the final round, which is Gangster's Paradise. So, you want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to the first question. So, question number 1. I've got a quote for you. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster is a line from what mob film? As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster is a line from what mob film? Question number 2. What classic British gangster film is set around the Easter holidays? Question number 2 again. What classic British gangster film is set around the Easter holidays? Question number 3. A Bronx Tale is the directorial debut of what actor? I can just about see out these pixels are kind of blurring it out, so I'm having to look between the pixels to be able to see, but I can just about see out these, Mark. You can have a pair. I've got 3 of these for a £5, so you can have a pair, Mark. So where are we? Yeah, that was question number 3. Bronx Tale is the directorial debut of what actor was question number 3. Question number 4. What Martin Scorsese directed gangster movie is a remake of the 2002 Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs? Yeah, I've got a webcam pointing at me here, Mark, which I can see my own image on. So yeah, I can unfortunately see what I look like in these, but there we go. So there we go. So that was question number 4. So what Martin Scorsese directed gangster movie is a remake of the 2002 Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs? That was question number 4. Question number 5. Who played real-life gangster Frank Lucas in the Ridley Scott biopic American Gangster? So question number 5. Who played real-life gangster Frank Lucas in the Ridley Scott biopic American Gangster? Question number 6. In what film does Michael Gambon state the facts of life as you're born, you take shit, you get out in the world, you take more shit, you climb a little higher, you take less shit, till one day you're up in a rarefied atmosphere and you've forgotten what shit even looks like? What movie is that from? So question number 6 again. In what film does Michael Gambon state the facts of life as you're born, you take shit, you get out in the world, you take more shit, you climb a little higher, you take less shit, till one day you're up in a rarefied atmosphere and you've forgotten what shit even looks like? What film is that from? Question number 7. Dandy Dan, Bugsy, Fat Sam, Blousy, and Tallulah are all characters in what fictional gangster film? Question number 7 again. Dandy Dan, Bugsy, Fat Sam, Blousy, and Tallulah are all characters in what fictional gangster film? The weapons were very real in that film, though. Question number 8. The Untouchables is based on what real-life Prohibition-era gangster from Chicago? Question number 8 again. The Untouchables is based on what real-life Prohibition-era gangster from Chicago? That was question number 8. Question number 9. Before dodging Ben Kingsley's character Don's insistent request to return and do one last job, what does Ray Winstone's character Gal dodge in the opening moments of Sexy Beast? So question number 9. Before dodging Ben Kingsley's character Don's insistent request to return and do one last job, what does Ray Winstone's character Gal dodge in the opening moments of Sexy Beast? And finally, question number 10. The final question of the quiz, not including the tiebreaker round question. And I can tell you the tiebreaker question this week is possibly my favourite tiebreaker question I've written so far. But here we go. So question number 10, the final question of the quiz. Are you going to bark all day, little doggy? Or are you going to bite? Is a line from what 90s crime classic? Are you going to bark all day, little doggy? Or are you going to bite? Is a line from what 90s crime classic? I was wearing the wrong glasses for that. Probably should have been wearing these ones. Are you going to bark all day, little doggy? Or are you going to bite? There you go. So that's the end of the quiz, everyone. So I'm going to give you a quick recap of that round before we move on. So final round, just a quick recap of those questions. Question number 1. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster is a line from what mob film? Question number 2. What classic British gangster film is set around the Easter holidays? Question number 3. A Bronx Tale is the directorial debut for what actor? Question number 4. What Martin Scorsese directed gangster movie is a remake of the 2002 Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs? Question number 5. Who played real-life gangster Frank Lucas in the Ridley Scott biopic American Gangster? Question number 9. In what film does Michael Gambon state the facts of life as you're born, you take shit, you get out in the world, you take more shit, you climb a little higher, you take less shit, till one day you're up in the rarefied atmosphere and you've forgotten what shit even looks like? What film is that from? Question number 7. Dandy Dan, Bugsy, Fat Sam, Blousy, and Tallulah are all characters in what fictional gangster film? Question number 8. The Untouchables is based on what real-life Prohibition-era gangster from Chicago? Question number 9. Before Dodge and Ben Kingsley's characters Don's insistent request to return to do one last job, what does Ray Winston's character Gal dodge in the opening moments of Sexy Beast? And finally, question 10. Are you going to bark all day, little doggy, or are you going to bite? Is a line from what 90s crime classic? So there we go, everyone. That's all the questions. Hopefully you got all your answers down. We're going to have a quick sip of a drink, and then we're going to recap what those answers are. We're going to find out who our winners are this week. So here we go then, everyone. So all the way back to round 4, which was Killer Bill. Now, it was hard to write this first one because obviously I had to find the right ones that could piece together. There's lots of people who could have been in this kind of universe of films. But Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Paul Rudd, and Brie Larson. Obviously all from the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, but which film is it? Now, so, because Chris Hemsworth is in it, it rules out Civil War. So it's not Captain America or Civil War, yeah, because he was doing Ragnarok with the Hulk so on Ragnarok, so it rules out Civil War. Because Paul Rudd and Brie Larson are in it, it also rules out Infinity War, which then means that the answer must be Avengers Endgame for question number 1. So question number 1, the answer is Avengers Endgame. You're a fan of round 4, yeah? I think I'll do more of round 4 and less of singing, Harry. Don't worry about that. There'll be less singing next week, and there'll be more normal questions next week. Question number 2 was James McAvoy, Keira Knightley, Saoirse Ronan, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Vanessa Redgrave. They are all in Atonement. Atonement is the answer to this one. It's got one of the best Steadicam scenes that I've ever seen in a film. It's incredible if you haven't seen it. Really, really good Steadicam sequence in that film. Yeah, that's the answer to question number 2. That was Atonement. Question number 3, Will Ferrell, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Christine Taylor, and David Duchovny. Because David Duchovny is in it, it rules out the sequel. So that means the answer is Zoolander. And those of you who have a camera handy, get it out because we're all going to do a bit of blue steel together, everyone. So hopefully you're all on Zoom, everyone. Get your cameras out. Get your cameras out. We're all going to do our best blue steel impression. So you're all on Zoom. Has someone got a camera out ready to take a photo? Good stuff. Right, we're going to do it on the count of 5. You ready? Get ready. Get your pout on. You ready? If it was just me doing that, that's probably very awkward. If you had to watch that and you weren't taking a photo of all of us playing together, that was very awkward. But if you did take one, please upload it and tag it to the Lock-In Pub on Instagram. Put it on your stories, and I'll repost it onto my stories so everyone can see all your blue stills. So question number 4, Danny Trejo, Steven Seagal, Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Alba, and Robert De Niro all start in Machete. Machete is the answer, or machete if you're British and you're not pronouncing it that way. So machete is the answer to number 4. Yeah, that was Robert Rodriguez's spin-off of Grindhouse. He made a trailer for it as part of like the Grindhouse release of the Tarantino's Death Proof and his Planet Terror. They made a trailer for it, which was at the part of their double bill as a spoof trailer, and they then ended up making it as a real film. And it then had its own real sequel as well, Machete Kills. And they were going to do Machete Kills again, but we're still waiting on that one. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, Robert De Niro. In fact, one thing that's worth saying about this film, Machete, they basically predicted Trump. Robert De Niro plays a very Trump-like character building a wall around Mexico. So it's worth seeing just to see Robert De Niro, who is Trump's, let's say he's not his biggest fan, playing a Trump-like character in that film. So it's definitely worth seeing just for that. Anyway, moving on to question number 5. Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Chris Tucker, and Julia Stiles all star in I think this is the film that won Jennifer Lawrence her Oscar, actually. It's Silver Lining Playbook. So Silver Linings Playbook. Silver Linings Playbook is the answer to number 5. Question number 6. Again, this is a brilliant film if you haven't seen it. So Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis both play the title characters in this film. And the co-stars are also Harvey Keitel, Michael Madsen and Brad Pitt. The film is Thelma and Louise, which I definitely recommend seeing if you have not seen it. This is my recommendation of the week. If you haven't seen it, Thelma and Louise is a brilliant film. That's to tell the truth, there's quite a lot of good films in this round, actually. So it's worth checking out most of them. So Thelma and Louise is a brilliant film. Question number 7. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Ashley Judd, Jon Voight, and Val Kilmer all star in the Michael Mann epic Heat. Heat is the answer to number 7. So yeah, it's a big kind of Al Pacino versus Robert De Niro cat and mouse story with big kind of action film. Loved it. Great film. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Ashley Judd, Jon Voight, and Val Kilmer all in Heat. Question number 8. Rachel McAdams, Dom Hall Gleeson, Bill Nighy, Margot Robbie, and Vanessa Kirby. This is Gemma's question of the week. This film is About Time. About Time is the answer to number 8. So About Time is the answer to this one. Vanessa Kirby is now in the, well, was in the Queen, the Crown. Sorry, the Crown. Yeah, so there we go. And that was an early performance of Margot Robbie there. Question number 9. Brad Pitt, Taraji P. Henson, Mahershala Ali, Kate Blanchett, and Tilda Swinton. I think Mahershala Ali wasn't credited. Mahershala Ali is his stage name, but I think he was credited as his real name in that film before becoming a massive star. But Brad Pitt played the anti-aging lead of that film, and that is The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button is the answer to number 9. Question number 10. Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, and Sir Tom Jones, and a whole heap of other stars as well also star in this. But question number 10, the answer is Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks is the answer to number 10. How did you all get on that round, everyone? Round number 4, how did you all get on? 7 out of 10 for the unzip. Say hello to my little friends. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep your scores coming in, everyone. I think we have a few tags on the blue stills here. 10 out of 10 there for the Founding Fathers. Quarantino's got 7 out of 10, which kind of thing opens up the scores there a little bit now. So I think it might be neck and neck near at the top. Travis Carver got 14 out of 20. Well done. Oh, Torin played Joker. Got 18 out of 20. Well done, mate. Well done. The James has got 4 out of 10. Oh, unlucky Jameses. But good stuff either way, though. The Quiz Fathers, 9 out of 10. Well done, Martin and Michelle. Well done. The Warbies, 5 out of 10. Well done, well done. And not massively great, but still is good, half decent score. With these scores, they are tough. And, you know, to get 10 out of 10 on these, you know, you have to be like I'm a bit of a geek, but, you know, helps when you've got 5 geeks altogether, I say. 8 out of 10 for Ocean 6. Well done. Quiz Pratt got 8 out of 10. Well done. The Psycho's got 4 out of 10. Oh, unlucky mum. Okay, then. So the Founding Fathers currently on 47. Then we have the Lockdown and 2 Smoking Barrels on. Got 6 out of 10 on that round. And James is asking for your total mark. James is very adamant to hear your score. Yeah, Harry has IMDb brains. Yeah, I was thinking of doing as if Danny Moody is watching, I was thinking of doing as a tiebreaker round at the end, the IMDb game, which I will play with anyone if I ever see you in person. I'll play you when I next see you. So we've got some good titles coming in. So here we go. Final round, everyone. Let's see what you find. Let's see. Final round, everyone. So here you go. So I think we had only one person playing their Joker in this last final round. Did we? Or was there no Joker cards? I think there was only one person playing a Joker card in this round. So here we go with the answers for Gangster's Paradise. Here we go. Question number 1. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. It's a line from what mob film? Now, this is usually credited as the first line of the film. It's not, because there's a scene that builds up to that moment, and it's the opening voiceover of that film. So it's the opening voiceover dialogue of the film, but it's not the opening line of that film. It's often credited as the opening line. It's not. But the answer is Goodfellas. Goodfellas is the answer to number 1. Question number 2. What classic British gangster film is set around the Easter holidays? Kind of gave you an answer there. The answer is the late, great Bob Hoskins classic starring Helen Mirren and I think Pierce Brosnan's first ever role. He plays a guy from the IRA who kills someone in the swimming pool at the very start. But the film is called The Long Good Friday. I'm pretty sure that was Pierce Brosnan's first ever role before becoming Bond and whatnot, becoming big. But yeah, before Mrs. Doubtfire. Question number 3. A Bronx Tale is the directorial debut of what actor? I think he's only gone on to direct one other film other than this one anyway, which was, I think, A Good Shepherd. Might be wrong on that, but I think it's Good Shepherd. The actor / director who directed A Bronx Tale is Robert De Niro. Question number 4. What Martin Scorsese directed gangster movie is a remake of the 2002 Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs? It's been ages since I've seen both of these films, and I'm in the mood for watching this film tonight. Gemma. Yeah. But anyway, the answer to this question for number 4 is The Departed. Some people do argue that Infernal Affairs is actually better than The Departed. And The Departed is a brilliant film anyway, so you can imagine how good Infernal Affairs must be as well. So yeah, do check them both out if you haven't, especially The Departed, because it's a Scorsese classic. So yeah, do check that out. Was one of the first times that, well, not the first time, but one of the early collaborations between Leonardo DiCaprio and Scorsese, who are now very common collaborators, collaborate all the time. And then we had question number 5. Who played real-life gangster Frank Lucas in the Ridley Scott biopic American Gangster? He starred opposite Russell Crowe in the, I think it is Ridley Scott as well who directed this as well, which I was quite, it's not the usual kind. Yeah, it's Ridley Scott. It's not the usual style of his, but it's Denzel Washington, the real-life gangster biopic. So Denzel Washington played Frank Lucas in that film. And there's one thing I did find out when writing this round. Most gangster films are actually based on true stories, which is the scary part of it. So obviously there's the Godfather films, which obviously are based on books. But a lot of the Scorsese films are mostly based on true stories. But anyway, moving on to question number 6. In what film does Michael Gambon state the facts of life as: you're born, you take shit, you get out in the world, you take more shit, you climb a little higher, you take less shit, till one day you're up in the rarefied atmosphere and you've forgotten what shit even looks like. Welcome to the layer cake, son. Layer cake is the answer to number 6. Any Kano fans out there would have got that one straight away. But also, yeah, that quote alone is what gave the film that title. So it's Michael Gambon's speech there that gives the film the title Layer Cake, starring an early role for Daniel Craig before he became Bond. Seems like a lot of actors have gangster roles before they play Bond, it seems like. But anyway, moving on. Question number 7. Dandy Dan, Bugsy, big clue there, Fat Sam, Blousey, and Tallulah are all characters in what fictional gangster film? The word fictional is, an understatement, really, because they're all pieing each other off. That is Bugsy Malone. Bugsy Malone is the answer to number 7. That was an early role for Jodie Foster, and also anyone who's got keen eyes now will spot a early role for Dexter Fletcher as well, who then went on to star in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, and is now a big director as well. He's directing a lot of big movies at the moment. So Dexter Fletcher, that was one of his early roles there. And we're moving on. Question number 8. The Untouchables is based on what real-life Prohibition-era gangster from Chicago? Well, this character in the film was played by Robert De Niro. There's lots of Robert De Niro questions this week. It was unintentional, but anyway. So Robert De Niro has played him. The most recent person to have played this character is Tom Hardy, and the character is Al Capone. Has anyone seen the new Capone film? Has anyone seen it? Is it any good? I've only heard bad reviews. I've not heard one person say it's a good film, other than a few people who said Tom Hardy's making a good performance of Al Capone. But if you've seen The Untouchables, then it's hard to follow De Niro, really. But has anyone seen Al Capone? Is it any good? Is it worth checking out? I was just a little bit curious because LP from Run the Jewels does the soundtrack to it, but that was about it, really. Anyway, moving on. Let me know if it's any good in the comment section. Question number 9. Before dodging Ben Kingsley's character Don's insistent request to return and do one last job, what does Ray Winston's character Gal dodge in the opening moments of Sexy Beast? In his own words, he dodged a fucking boulder. But I will also accept a boulder as your answer. So a boulder is the answer to question number 9. And finally, so layer cake or lock stock? Ooh. Vaughan or Richie? That is a good question. I'd say lock stock over layer cake. Layer cake came out of a time where it was quite slick, but lock stock created like a whole kind of new genre, I think, that lock stock. It was very much of its time, but it also aged very quickly as well with lock stock, I found. But anyway, answer your question there, James. But moving on. So the final question: are you going to bark all day, little doggy, or are you going to bite? Is a line from what 90s crime classic? I had to throw a Tarantino question in there. It is, of course, on my cushion. Here we go. It is Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs is the answer to number 10. So, how are we all getting on, everyone? So let me know your scores. So you might as well just tell me your final scores now, everyone. Let's not hear like what you got on that round. Let's just hear final scores altogether. Gemma is on hand to kind of tally down your scores. I do have my phone on me, so if you don't have YouTube actually, and you do have WhatsApp and you have my number, do DM me. Gemma's got my phone, so she might be getting some more scores coming through. She's now looking at me like, all the scores. But yeah, so do let me know your scores when you're coming in. So if you don't want to put your comments, I know not everyone wants to comment publicly on YouTube, but if you do want to message me privately, you can. I've just put my phone, given my phone to Gemma. So let's go through the, so we've done the answers. Yeah, so let me know your scores, everyone. So what's the final scores of everyone's team? So do let me know. Remember, I do have a tiebreaker question. So do stick around, even if you just want to play along anyway, because it's the best tiebreaker question I think I've ever written. So do stick around for that either way. Let me know your scores. So let's see what we've got here. Gemma's working on that, but I'm going to read them out when they're coming in. So we have the say hello to my little friend have got 43 out of 60. Well done. Best role for video, Vinnie Jones. Yeah, it was the best role for Vinnie Jones. Definitely, David, it was. And then the Jameses have 38. Well done. The Britses have 37. Well done, Steve. Steve, well done. Stephen Alley, well done. We have Travis Carpenter, the team specialist, got 32. Well done. Then we have Tim. So we've got a bit of humbleness there from Tim. 57. Yep. Then we have Lockstock and Two Smoking Barrels got 50. Well done. So they were last week's second place. We have the Founding Fathers who have got 57 out of 60. So is that the same team as Tim? Tim, are you in the same team as Harry? I think that you might be. So Founding Fathers have 57 points. The quiz, Tim, do let us know if you're on the same team as Harry. I think, are you in Founding Fathers, Tim? Do put your team names, please, unless your team name is fuck you all. And then Martin and Michelle, Quiz Fathers got 55. Well done, Martin and Michelle. Well done. Good to see you. The Psycho's got 33 out of 60. The Tequila Mockingbirds, Tequila It Makes Me Happy Mockingbird, got 44 out of 60. Well done. Oh, the Quarantino's got 53. Very good. Then Ocean 6 got 51. Smashed it. Well done, the Kellys. Very good score with 51 points there. Very, very impressive. The Warbies got 37. Well done, the Warbies. Torin, first time in. I I saw you post your thing this week on Facebook about the movies. I thought I'd invite you this week to this because I think it would be up your street. So well done with 54, Torrin. Well done. Who else is in your team and what's your team name? Have you worked out your team name yet, Torrin? Nikki, Rod Kimball got 45 this week. Oh, not your best, but well done. Well done, though. That was that on other weeks. That could have been a winning score there, Nikki. Well done. 49 for Quiz Pratt. Well done. That's Jane and Luke. Well done. Well done. Just the two, you got 49. Well done. Right. So, no, Tim is not in your team. So Tim is a separate team. So Tim, okay then. Right. So Tim is Founding Fathers. I do apologise for my language. What's your team name then, Tim? Sorry. What's your team name? I'm going to give you a team. You don't know Tim, right? So let's go for the tiebreaker question then, everyone. So we have a tiebreak. Here we go, everyone. Here are the rules for the tiebreaker. So only the two teams who are in the tiebreaker are going to be in play here in the comment section. Everyone else, no comment in the comment section, please. You need to nominate one person only from your team to comment for you. So Tim, as you've been commenting, I'm guessing you're going to be the person who will be commenting for your team. And Founding Fathers, you need to nominate. Oh, you are Founding Father. You're part of the same team then. Yeah, okay, right then. Okay, right. So I'll give you a tiebreaker question anyway, everyone, just in case. So we don't have an actual tiebreak, but we'll play it anyway. So if you're playing between friends or you just want to play along anyway, that now means the comment section is now open. So you can just comment away on this. So everyone, the comment section is free to drop in whatever you want. But if you do have a tiebreak between your own groups of friends, feel free to play amongst yourselves. Yeah, but nominate one person only from your group if you are playing via WhatsApp. Nominate one person from your group to do this. So I'm going to do the tiebreaker question first before I say who the winners are. So here we go for your tiebreaker question, everyone. So the tiebreaker question is called Drop in the F-Bomb. Yes, that's right. So if you have any small people in the room, anyone who's going to be offended by swearing, do ask them to leave the room now because here is your question. The Wolf of Wall Street has the highest number of uses of the F word ever in a major Hollywood studio picture. Now, there are two other smaller films that do have more uses, but they're not major Hollywood films. So the film The Wolf of Wall Street averages a stone cold 3.16 fucks per minute. But how many fucks were given in the whole film? There we go, everyone. There's your question. So all the different variations of the word, how many times was that word used in the whole film? So do let me know, everyone, in the comment section, how many times in the whole film. Remember, it is a long film. So how many times do you think the words fuck or variations of it were used in the film? I do apologize for this question. So here we go. So anyone who's good at quick maths would work out 3.16 times a rough estimate of how long you think the film is. We have Tim saying 182. We have James saying 360. We have Nick Metzman going 386. We have Mark saying 505. We have Jess saying 432 from the Quarantinos. Any more, everyone? We have Harry saying 504. Martin and Michelle saying 425. Anyone else? Fuck, mother, you can't swear in the comment section, mum. You know the rules. No swearing in the comment section, mum. Wash your mouth out, mum. Wash your mouth out. 495 from Sophie. 1,100 from Phoebe. Have you seen the film? Jane saying 450. Mark saying 442. Steve saying 1,500. Right. So here we go. I'm going to give you a breakdown of all the different variations of the word fuck and how many times it was used. So here we go. Exactly, Lisa. Tell my mum off, everyone. Tell my mum off for swearing. I can't believe she's writing stuff like that on the comment section. Anyway, so so this is all verified by the New Yorker, the famous website, obviously, a magazine, sorry. They have a website called Vulture, and they've kindly broken down the different variations of the fucks that were given in that film. So here we go. So if you want to add these up, you can count along with me. So there was one use of the word fuckety, one use of fuckers, one use of fuckheads, one use of fuckface, 4 uses of fucksville. That's the first time I've personally said it in my life, but they said it 4 times in the film. 16 uses of the word fucked, 18 uses of motherfucker, 169 uses of the word fuck, and a whopping 358 uses of the word fucking, bringing the total to 569 fucks given. So there we go. There's the answer, everyone. And so if you can give a fuck and stay around, I'm now going to reveal who this week's winners are. So drum roll. Here we go. Right. So sorry if I made Evie cry there. Right. So in 5th place with a total of 51 points are Ocean 6. Well done, the Kellys. Well done. You smashed it. Well done, well done, well done. In 4th place, previous winners with 53 points were the Quarantinos. And in their debut performance, with an amazing 54 points, it was Torin. Well done. And your team, well done, Torin. Well done for playing too long this week. Well done and for coming third. Well done. So you're on the leaderboard. Right, so that means in 2nd place is... This is me just doing the cup, by the way. It's me on the cup. With 55 points, it was the Quiz Fathers. Which means they're returning to the top 4. I do believe, is it the 3rd time? I think I do believe. It is the Founding Fathers. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you so much, everyone, for playing. Well done. If you want to stick around, I'm going to keep attempting to do the cup song. If you want to log off now, feel free to like and subscribe on the channel, and do follow me on the YouTube channel and also on Facebook and Instagram, so you can stay up to date for when the next one of these will be. Obviously, if we're allowed out again, I might stop doing these. But as long as we're locked up indoors, I'm going to keep on doing these, everyone. So thank you so much again for playing. I will see you again, hopefully next week. And do follow me on Instagram to keep on the updates when I will be telling you when the next one will be. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, all that beef over, possible, all that hype over the tiebreaker question, and then it was like, it turns out the same team as you. Thanks again, Nikki. Well done, Torin. Well done. Your 3rd time for the Founding Fathers. Well done to you all. Hopefully next week I'll get the cup trick right. So hopefully I'll get it right. Got it. Yes. Too late. Too late. Ugh. Only I could have done it at the time. But anyway. Needed a bit of guitar music at the end. But thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you next time. Follow me at James Fisher TV and the Lock-In Pub on Instagram. And I will see you next time, everyone. Thanks again. See you later, everyone.